Alright, so here it is all finished up. And before I get into the scales, I want to mention that I did create a little backspacer since I had a little bit of the black G10 carbon fiber mixed material. And I wanted to use this because you can kind of see that weave pattern in the right light, which I think goes really well with the Damascus steel blade, which I will show you in just a moment. But you get those little highlights, which is really nice. And take a quick look at the Damascus steel blade, which I think is really nice. I do like the way the Damascus feels, the texture, and I think it looks good in person. In pictures it never really caught my eye, but in person I am a fan. And the customer and I were going for a black and gold look, so I anodized the thumb studs. See right there, try to get it in the light. So all the hardware is heat anodized to match the brass scales. And then I purchased a fully milled titanium clip, which is blackened. There's a slight stone wash on it. And these are really cool pocket clips that you can buy off Amazon. And if you guys are interested in these, I will leave a link down below where you can pick some up. But they do have the bead blasted finish and then the black washed finish, which I do prefer these ones, but they pretty much fit on any Civivi, depending on which model you have. So they do set you up with a variety of screws. And another thing I did for the steel liners was I gave it a rough satin finish and then I stone washed it just to kind of match everything else, or the pocket clip. And we will get into the brass scales, but first I'm going to put on some gloves because I really don't want to tarnish these scales and I want it to get to the customer nice and shiny. But eventually it will patina, darken a little bit, and just kind of have its own thing going on. But here it is. I left the flat spots for the pocket clip. Always keep that in mind. But one of my most favorite textures to do is the rock pattern texture, just because you have so much freedom and you can get very creative, and honestly you can't really mess up. Here is the show side scale. So I got rid of the pocket clip side holes just so you have a nice cleaner look. But just love this pattern, and the brass material is, again, just one of my favorite materials to work with, and I miss it. It's been a while since I've done a brass scaled knife, but here it is. But anyways, enough talking about it. Let's put it together and see what it looks like. So here it is all assembled. I'm really pleased with the outcome. And yeah, that rock pattern texture is, again, just one of my favorites. And as you guys can see why, it just has a cool effect in the light. And here's the pocket clip side with that really nice fully milled titanium clip. I think it goes really well with this really nice Damascus blade. Get those nice highlights with the mixed steels, and again, just really like the black contrast with the pivot pin. But I learned that if you heat anodize it, it doesn't affect that black coating, so that's a plus. Here it is on the other side. Again, gave the larger hardware a nice deep satin finish, just like the liners. But when you heat anodize it, it really makes it pop, as you can see. And I left the liners alone because, again, I wanted it to complement the lighter steel in the Damascus blade. But this knife is really nice. I think I'm going to pick up an Imperium here pretty soon. But yeah, just really good action. You do have that front flipper. And I'm doing this with gloves too, so that just goes to show how nice and smooth this is. You can spidey flick it, no problem. Drop shut is buttery smooth. Thumb flick. And that front flipper is just really nice. But there it is, the Civivi Imperium with the custom touches and those custom brass scales. But one thing that I really do like about the upgraded titanium clip is you have T8 hardware, or T8 screws hardware. So this whole knife takes a T8 bit to disassemble, and that is really nice. So thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.